It's a beautiful fall morning. It's extremely cold out. A few days ago, I fabbed up for the first time. This truck actually has an exhaust on it, like a real exhaust. I put on a 4-foot to the Flowmaster FX, and then back to an over axle that I bought cheap, super cheap. All I had to do was buy the 4-foot and this little over axle 3-inch. I think it was like $50. A couple of hangers that actually I put into the stock location, and then just my little booger welds. I just bent that around, make it all nice and tight, and put another hanger over here next to there. The muffler kind of support that. Went up again to the stock location, just modified it a little bit, and I got done with it. Started the truck, and man, you'll be amazed at what all you hear when you can actually hear the engine. So I'm hearing a little tickety tick in here. I have hardened Racer Walsh valve springs in there now, and a Big R Motorsports Ranger X cam in there now. Didn't really notice that, and I put roller rockers in it too. Roller rockers, replaced the slider style. I think the tapping that I'm hearing is a out of spec roller rocker. So what he does is these are reground cams, and when you regrind a cam, you basically you take a stock shaped cam, and then you reshape that cam by grinding it down to a smaller size, but to the right profile that you want. And when you do that, you have to lift your hydraulic rocker or hydraulic lifters. You have to like shim those to take up the extra space that from grinding the cam down to the correct profile that you want. So I didn't do much measurements. I think one of them, I might have a bad roller rocker. These were used roller rockers, or whatever you want to call them, roller followers. Maybe I got a bad one too, so who knows. I need to take that off and inspect it. I'll probably do that in another video. Today, what I was going to work on, but it's awfully cold. Once I got this exhaust on, I could hear that it's leaking, and I think in here there's a missing piece, like my gasket's blown out. I think it's either here or up here. There's a little spacer in there, and I think it's blown out partially because these nuts keep backing off, and I have a trick to get these nuts to quit backing off too. So these are studs coming out of the manifold, and they go up. Well, they get so hot that you can't put lock washers in there, because the lock washers just basically, once they get 1500 degrees, they flatten out and they lose their springiness. So you have your lock washers, and they're kind of offset like this, right? And then when you crimp them down, they're supposed to retain that springiness and kind of hold it on there. But what happens is you got that lock washer in there, and it's like this, and then you tighten it down. Well, it gets so hot that they don't spring back anymore. So you can't put red Loctite or anything in here, because guess what? It gets 1500 degrees. Loctite don't work at that temp. So what's the trick? I've got a little idea up my sleeve. So got a few things working on this guy. Need to replace that gasket. Need to get some different lock washers on there so these don't back off. I mean, these are probably backing off every 100-200 miles, so it's pretty bad. It's gotten to the point to where I drive this all over the state, take my dirt bikes, and I need this reliable. So having those back off, I can't, when it's blazing hot, I can't grab a 14mm wrench and tighten them down while I'm on the road. So I do a nut and bolt check every time I leave, but still I can't have it back off while I'm 100, 200 miles away from the house. So I've gotten a little idea for that, but we'll skip back to that. We'll give you a little update on my garage. So I have dropped the engine, and this is about ready to fire. I'm just waiting on a few odds and ends pieces, and then I'm gonna give her a go and get this get old Finn cranked up and see how she does. But what I've been working on is getting the garage organized. That is from Lowe's. That's like a muscle rack, 84-inch or whatever, 7 feet. So it's 7 feet wide, 7 feet tall. Bought some totes to organize stuff. And I've been organizing my garage so I can actually have a little walkway here and a little bit of room to actually work. So I've got lots more room on the lower rack. I was going to put that up there, but it's plumb full of transmission fluid, and I wasn't feeling strong yesterday, so I didn't put it up in there. I got another C4 over there I need to put on there too. But I've been just organizing my totes. It's just miscellaneous exhaust parts in there, and trying to work my way to get my benches back to, not so just thrown around. Look at all those parts. Look at all those stupid parts I got, just random crap laying everywhere. Chaotic garage like this is no fun to work in, and I'm not a very good organizer, but I've always been better than this. Well, the problem is I have 4-cylinder parts, V8 parts. I got dirt bike. This was my clean bench for working on stuff. Keep it clean all the time. Well, my dirt bike stuff took over, so all my dirt bike stuff ended up on top of that clean bench. So I need to and then these all got filled with a long time ago with Cafe Racer stuff. So I got my Widowmaker Cafe Racer that I did a build on, and I threw all the odds and ends parts up in there, and it got all full. And then I moved on to I got this, and I moved on to filling that up, and then I moved on to throwing stuff on top of my workbenches. So, and then all Finn stuff's just in the back here. So there's just stuff everywhere. You get organized, people. Look at this. It's just plumb full of crapola. So we're getting organized and getting a better workspace here. So my fix to the lock washer situation. These are super cool, and I can't get it open with one hand. I'm gonna have to put you down or something. Good Lord. Alright, we'll rip them down. Nope. Just have to deal with it. These are super unique. Yeah, there you can focus on it. See how that has a rigid area? Both sides are rigid. And then check this out. They're split. And if you can see that, they kind of have like a cam system where they have a ridge that they lock together. So you have this high grip area, then these are a low grip area, and then on the back side is of course another high grip area. So what's going to happen is you're going to tighten these down, and it's going to click, lock in, and then the high grip area, which is obviously at the top and the bottom, it's going to allow it to try to spin, right? But it can't spin farther than one of these ridges, because it's not going to be able to overcome that. So the idea is it'll grip to the nut, and it'll grip to the bottom, and then it's going to spin on this low grip area where the cam is, where it's cammed. It's got these ridges, and it won't be able to overcome that ridge. So idea is it'll lock in, and heat will not affect these. So that's the goal. I got a stack of different sizes here, and got some new gaskets. These are a little different style gasket than I like to use. I like to use the metal ones, but these were highly recommended, so I got those to try those out. Evidently my metal gasket blew out anyway, so we'll try this. Although the gasket may have blown out because I didn't have a way to lock those nuts on all the time. They probably had a lot of escaping pressure from the exhaust, and it probably cooled off, heat up, cooled off, and it just eventually blew out. So that's what we got going on in the garage this week. I haven't been really busy with the trucks or bikes or anything today, so just getting organized and trying to get me some space in here to get back to the tasks at hand. So when it warms up again, I'll be ready. All right, thanks for watching, guys. See ya.